shadows intertwine, and the solitary highway is entirely mine. Catching silver on the markers passing by, a geometric pattern underneath the velvet sky. Every overpass is just an archway to the void, leaving all the complicated narratives destroyed. The synthesizer ripples like a pebble in a stream. I am operating strictly on the logic of a dream, plucking at the strings with a deliberate intent. Every ounce of sorrow in my system has been spent. Ghost out on the border of the waking and the dead, with 100,000 miles lying empty up ahead. The tires grip the pavement, the subway starts to swell, escaping from the gravity of a familiar shell. No passengers to analyze the silence in the air, just a heavy dose of freedom and the wind inside my hair. Let the violin cry over a floor on the floor. I don't wanna answer any questions anymore. An electric string vibrating through the marrow of my bones, trading all my history for instrumental tones. I am riding on the current of the asphalt and the dust, and this deep house sanctuary is the only place I trust. Draw the heavy rows and out across the weeping bow. Let the rhythm dictate everywhere I need to go. It's a night drive session where the shadows intertwine, and the solitary highway is entirely mine. Accelerate the tempo, let the frequencies expand. I am drawing my own borders in a solitary land. The strings are vibrating with the fierce electric grace, pushing every limitation of this empty space. Let the bass drop heavy, let the sorrow finally break. This beautiful momentum is the only thing I take. Instrument roads, unsaid tires rolling on the cold concrete, matching perfectly my own heartbeat. I am steering through the velvet dark, looking for a brand new kind of spark. No one sitting in the passenger seat, just the rhythm and the midnight heat, wiping away the static from my brain, driving straight into the silver rain. The engine humming is my only friend on the solitary highway with no end. The deep bass rolls beneath the floor. I am opening a brand new door, no looking back to what I left behind, just chasing down the peace I need to find. Let the electric violin cut the air, a melody to wash away the glare, four on the floor and a weeping stream. This is the freedom that the night can bring. I don't need a map or a guiding star, just the isolation of this speeding car, drawing the bow across the silent night, turning all the shadows into blinding lights. Deep house thumping on the empty road, shedding every piece of the heavy load. Billboards passing like a memory flash, leaving all my worries in the ash. The synthesizer paints the empty sky, watching constellations slowly die. A mezzicato rhythm on the strings, echoes of the songs the asphalt sings. I am a phantom on the stretch of land, holding on the wheel with a steady hand. There's magic in the way the tempo flows, a secret that only the night driver knows. The deep bass rolls beneath the floor. I am opening a brand new door, no looking back to what I left behind, just chasing down the peace I need to find. Let the electric violin cut the air, a melody to wash away the glare, four on the floor and a weeping string. This is the freedom that the night can bring. I don't need a map or a guiding star, just the isolation of this speeding car, drawing the bow across the silent night, turning all the shadows into blinding light. Deep house thumping on the empty road, shedding every piece of the heavy load. Push the pedal, let the frequencies align. The solitary journey is entirely mine. The strings vibrate with the fierce desire, fueling up the engine with the digital fire. A symphony of solitude, a master plan, escaping from the noise of the modern man. Let the bass drop heavy, let the sorrow break. This beautiful momentum is mine to take. road, shedding every piece of the heavy load. Friction of the midnight, solitude on the road. Just the strain, just the deep house beat. Empty lanes, let it fade into the dawn. Headlights washing over empty lanes, racing through the city's neon veins. Not a single word is spoken to the dark, just the engine and a solitary spark. I am leaving all the heavy thoughts behind, letting the velocity uncloud my mind. Tires humming on the concrete in the chill, while the rest of the oblivious world still. Every shadow is a ghost I outrun, driving westbound, hiding from the morning sun. With the frequency vibrating in the sea, I surrender to the solitary beat. The bass line hums, the dashboard glows. Where this highway ends, nobody knows. I trade my sorrow for the open air, a digital cathedral built on the nowhere. Let the electric violin take the lead, answering the call of an unspoken need. For on the floor in synthetic trance, this is my midnight instrumental dance. I don't need a voice to tell me where to go, just the heavy rolling on a crying bow. Deep house rolling like a storm across the plain, washing away the remnants of the daily rain. It is just the rhythm, the strings, the strife, the only way I know I am still alive. Street lights flickering like stars in a line. Every mile marker is a secret sign. I'm shedding every skin I used to wear, dissolving like smoke in the midnight air. The synthesizer washes over the bass, a perfect harmony in an empty space. Pizzicato strings plucking at the night, turning all the darkness into blinding light. No passengers to question what I feel, just my hands resting heavy on the wheel. The bass line hums, the dashboard glows. Where this highway ends, nobody knows. I trade my sorrow for the open air, a digital cathedral built on the nowhere. Let the electric violin take the lead, answering the call of an unspoken need. For on the floor in the synthetic trance, this is my midnight instrumental dance. I don't need a voice to tell me where to go, just the heavy rolling on a crying bow. Deep house rolling like a storm across the plain, washing away the remnants of the daily rain. It drifting through the final quiet barricades. Just a few more miles until the engine sleeps, but the memory of the violin it keeps. Let the electric violin take the lead, answering the call of unspoken need. Four on the floor in a synthetic trance. This is my midnight instrumental dance. I don't need a voice to tell me where to go, just the heavy rosin on the crying boat. Deep house rolling like a stone across the plain, washing away the remnants of the daily rain. It is just the rhythm, the strings and the drive, the only way I know I'm still alive. Resonance of the neon veins, just the strings, just the deep house beat. Empty road, let the night take over. Silver moonlight painting shadows on the dash, leaving all the broken pieces in the ash. Tires humming secrets to the solid ground. I am moving forward, never turning round. City limits fading in the rearview glass, watching all the neon and the sorrow pass. Just a steady rhythm pulsing in my veins, washing off the residue of heavy rain. Every single mile is a story left behind. I am chasing frequencies that heal the mind. No one in the passenger, no heavy weight, just the lonely beauty of the interstate. The sub bass rose, the tempo locks, a sanctuary built in a paradox. The engine is singing in a minor key. Out here in the dark, I am finally free. Let the electric violin pierce the night, shatter in the dark with a beam of light. Four on the floor and the weeping string. This is the escape the midnight brings. I don't need a map with a signal phase. I'm a solo rider in the masquerade, trying out the notes on a heavy bow. There is only forward, there is only now. Deep house healing on an empty road, shedding every layer of the heavy load. Stars are spinning wildly in the pitch black sky, watching all the constellations multiply. Reflectors on the asphalt are my only guide, caught inside the rhythm of the sacred ride. A mezzicato got to match the beating heart, tearing all the memories of you apart. The synthesizer washes like a gentle wave. This electronic highway is the soul I save. No one here to tell me how the story ends, just the way the road and the music bends. The sub bass rose, the tempo locks, a sanctuary built in a paradox. The engine is singing in a minor key. Out here in the dark, I am finally free. Let the electric violin pierce the night, shatter in the dark with the beam of light. Four on the floor and the weeping string. ancient spell. The strings are vibrating with a fierce intent. Every drop of energy is fully spent. A symphony of solitude, a masterclass. Reflections of a phantom in the window glass. I am shifting gears into a higher plane, dancing with the ghosts in the midnight rain. The journey is the answer to the questions asked. I am shedding every version of the heavy past. The strings are slowing down, the tempo holds the line. I'm drinking up the quiet like a vintage wine. Just a few more miles till the break of day. Let the music wash the yesterday away. Let the electric violin pierce the night, shatter in the dark with the beam of light. Every layer of the heavy load, just the road, just the beat, just the strings, leaving it all behind. Echoes on the highway, let it fade. Let it fade. Just the weight of the rhythm, the sweep of the bow, the deep house bass line is anchoring my flight as I drift through the endless ocean of night. Let the strings bleed out into the cold dark air, an electric violin yesterday behind. Headlights catching the mist on the road, shedding the layers of a heavy payload. The tempo is steady, a pulse in the dark, igniting the engine from a solitary spark. Reflections are dancing in the mirrors outside. There is nothing left to lose and nothing left to hide. The rhythm is a river, and I am sinking deep, while the rest of the world is paralyzed in sleep. Plucking strings with the sharpest staccato, running away in a silent bravado. Every turn is a question, every straightaway a cure. In this electronic cathedral, the acoustics are pure, the synthesis of metal, of plastic and bone, creating a sanctuary I can call my own. No turning around, no looking back now, just the weight of the rhythm, the sweep of the bow, the deep house bass line is anchoring my flight as I drift through the endless ocean of night. Let the strings bleed out into the cold dark air, an electric violin playing out my despair, turning sorrow into motion on a 4 on the floor. I don't need a map or a compass anymore, just the rosin and the friction and the heavy beat, a symphony of solitude out on the street. Pull the bow across the bridge, let the melody cry. I'm chasing the horizon where the dark meets the sky. It is just a night drive session, a healing of the mind, leaving all the gravity of yesterday behind. Shift into overdrive, let the synthesizers swell, breaking out of the walls of my own little cell. The violin soars over a landscape of bass, a beautiful collision of time and space. Frequencies overlap, let dimensions divide. I am feeling so alive on the solitary ride. Look behind, no shadow, the glass of the past. I found a momentum that is destined to last. Draw it out, make it scream, make it whisper inside, underneath the umbrella of the midnight sky. lights cut the velvet curtain, falling on the road, leaving all the heavy luggage that I used to hold. Tires humming a frequency that only I can hear, wiping out the rearview mirror, making visions clear. Yellow lines are pulling me toward an unknown coast, dancing with the phantoms and the ones I miss the most. Resin dust is settling upon the dashboard glow. There is nowhere left to hide and nowhere else to go. Riding on the subsonic waves beneath the dark, a solitary journey, leaving an invisible mark. The engine purrs, the bassline kicks, the metronome of broken bricks. I find my peace in empty space, a million miles away from grace. Let the deep chords pull me under the night, where the violin strings catch the dashboard light. Weeping melodies over on the floor. I don't want to remember your name anymore. It's just me and the asphalt dust and the bow and a synthetic rhythm that is taking me now, drawing up the sorrow in a sweeping glissando, racing through the desert in a midnight bravado. Neon signs are bleeding red against the black sky, flickering like memories I've left to slowly die. Every gas station, a beacon that I quickly pass, reflections of a stranger in the driver's side glass. The kick drum matches perfectly the beating in my chest, moving closer to the edge, putting demons to the rest. A pizzicato rhythm plucking out the quiet fear, washing away the evidence of every fallen tear. The world is just a blur of green and silver, blue and gray, washing off the remnants of a suffocating day. The engine purrs, the bassline kicks, the metronome of broken bricks. I find my peace in empty space, a million miles away from grace. Let the deep chords pull me under the night, where the violin strings catch the dashboard light. Weeping melodies over on the floor. I don't want to remember your name anymore. It's just me and the asphalt, the dust and the bow, in a synthetic rhythm that is taking me now, drawing up the sorrow in a sweeping glissando, racing through the desert in a midnight bravado. Shift the gear and let the tempo slowly start to rise. I can see the constellation reflecting in my eyes. Draw the bow across the strings and let the frequencies collide. This is not a getaway, this is a sacred ride. Synthesizers wash away the dust upon my skin, where the city limits end, the universe begins. I am shifting into overdrive, the melody takes hold, a story written on the wind, a story never told. Drop the bass, pull the strings, let the tension break. Every choice I left behind was a beautiful mistake. Dawn is threatening to break the spell of the dark, but I am still suspended in the solitary arc. The road is just a ribbon wrapping up the atmosphere. I am finding all the answers that were never really here. Bass is vibrating, the window shaking up the frame. I am never going back to the place from which I came. The final chord is ringing out across the canyon floor, closing up the chapter and locking every door. Shadows morph to silhouettes against the turning sky, watching constellations fall and watching meteors die. The harmony touch that I used to hold. Tires humming the frequency that only I can hear. Wiping out the rearview mirror, making visions clear. Yes, those lines are pulling me toward an unknown coast, dancing. Headlights carve a tunnel through the heavy velvet night. I'm a solitary phantom in the dashboard's amber light. No hesitation, waiting on this empty stretch of gray, wiping all the static of the crowded world away. The engine is a metronome, the tires keep the time, moving past the city limits on a perfect line. I got the windows rolled up tight against the freezing air, leaving every broken promise, every heavy care. It's just the hum of the machine and frequencies below, taking me exactly where nobody else can go. The sub bass drops, the tempo finds a groove. I don't need a destination, I just need to move. A sanctuary built on speed and solitary miles, far away from all the empty promises and smiles. Let the electric violin tear across the dark, igniting the horizon with the solitary spark. We've been over four on the floor, a synthetic beat. This is the only therapy I need out on the street. I'm trading in the silence for a bow and heavily drawn string. Listen to the magic that the midnight drive can bring. No passenger beside me, no voices in the air, just the rhythm and the rousing and the deep house everywhere. Velocity is healing, the asphalt is a cure. In this electronic atmosphere, the frequencies are pure. Street lamp flashing rhythm like a strobe upon the glass, watching all the shadows of the sleeping houses pass. The synthesizer builds a wall of atmospheric sound. I am flying on the highway without ever leaving ground. The staccato drops, a rain tapping on the roof. In this digital cathedral, I have finally found the proof that every single broken heart can find a way to heal when you put your faith entirely in the motion of the wheel. The sub bass drops, the tempo finds the groove. I don't need a destination, I just need to move. A sanctuary built on speed and solitary miles, far away from all the empty promises. It's the electric violin tear across the dark, igniting the horizon with the solitary spark. We've been over four on the floor, synthetic beat. This is the only therapy I need out on the street. I'm trading in the silence for a bow and heavily drawn string. Listening to the magic that the midnight drive can bring. No passenger beside me, no voices in the air, just the rhythm and the rosin and the deep house everywhere. Velocity is healing, the asphalt is a cure. In this electronic atmosphere, the frequencies are pure. Shift the gear and let the volume overtake the mind. Every single memory is 15 miles behind. The violin is screaming out the words I couldn't say, washing all the bitterness and heavy thoughts away. I am a satellite in orbit on a ribbon made of stone. I have never felt so powerful out here in the unknown. you.